In this video, Steve Rother, channel for the group, only 4 days after John died, and he didn't even know him, wanted to channel the information about John's life and death.
Speak for a moment to the family that has come. For the family has lost a person, but not really. For the truth of the matter is, your son has left through a portal. You have a picture of it. You have the mother who came herself to prepare you for what was happening. And what we wish to tell you about it is the grand gift that he gave. For the truth is, even though it seemed he had a very difficult life, and even though it seemed he had some great trouble in his life, through those difficulties he was able to pass on tremendous gifts to other people, to see himself in ways that he could not otherwise. He is around you a tremendous amount. But he's not around you with sadness, he's around you with joy. And he's okay. He crossed over very quickly, effortlessly, and painlessly. And he's home. And he's laughing. And he's enjoying the times that you are with him. For your intention to come together as a family is something that he has always wanted to be a part of. And felt that he had difficulties sometimes even doing that. You have created the space for him to complete his life. And he just wanted to say thank you.
Can you talk a bit about whether a soul has many opportunities to leave in general?
When a soul comes in, you have a planning stage. It is your first stage of life. And you sit down with all the potential people, and even though some of them may be on earth, you bring their higher selves, and they sit at the table with you. And you say, will you be mom? And will you be dad? And will you be Aunt Harriet? And will you be my first love in high school and break my heart? And you set all the opportunities up. And then you choose mom and dad, and you actually try to get them together at exactly the right time, and you're actually whispering in their ear that, aren't they feeling wonderful, and don't they love each other, and don't they want to go off and go to bed together so that they can have you 9 months later under a certain sign. Where we tell you those things that you know as astrology are real. They're very important because you actually want to come in and be born under certain attributes. Not only are the astrological signs important, but the birth order is important. For many people want to come in as the youngest or the middle child or the oldest attributes, for they help you fulfill your own life lessons that you have set up for yourself. Likewise, the time that you leave also has imprints and cosmic events around it that help you acclimate when you go home, that help you take those life experiences and acclimate them better. So there are windows of opportunity. Your son had 3 phantom deaths. This was his 4th.
I know.
There were 3 opportunities for him to leave. And he chose to stay. Had he been a coward, he could have taken the first one out. He was a very courageous man. And you should be very proud of him.
I am very proud of him.
The reality is he did his work. He did not stay around to enjoy. Or he had difficulties with that part of this human experience. He had difficulties understanding what it was, and a life lesson of being is very difficult, for you constantly feel incomplete and always wanting to add something to you in some way to make you whole. That was very challenging for him, but he did his work.
Could he have stayed longer, or was the 4th window the one he had to take?
When you have a phantom death, there are 3 buttons you can push. It is a window. It's an opportunity that you set up. The first button says, I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I want to go home, get me out of here as quick as possible. The second one says, I'm going to stay and I'm going to move only into my passion. I'm going to do the things that I came here to do and nothing more. And I'm really going to shine from this moment on. And the third button says, I'll make my mind up later. And what happened with your son is he pushed that third button 3 times.
And that's all you can do it.
The 4th time, there's only 2 buttons. The challenge about moving into what he came to do was the fact that he was new at this mastery level of being. And he literally chose to share his gifts of what you would call negative, what has been known as failure. Because with every negative, there's a positive. And by doing what he did, he affected more lives than he could have the other way around. And that was his choice on the fourth time out. And we know you are very proud of him.
I am very proud of him. And for some reason this morning, Senator Porter read the quarter-page history of his life on the congressional floor. And it's become a part of the congressional records. And I don't know why he did that, but it was a great honor. And I am very proud of my son, very proud of him. And his music is so beautiful. And we have a hard drive full of 3 years of him making the most beautiful music in his room, all by himself and with a few of his beautiful friends. And it's so gorgeous. You know, I think that he will someday become very famous just from what he did in his room.
The truth of the matter is, he's already famous.
I know.
But they've been waiting for him to return home. He has a very important job to do. And he was greeted with open arms and brought home to a hero's welcome.
I know he was. Thank you. Thank you.
Dear ones, it has been our joy to be with you this day. We have never left you. But the times when you gather and allow us to come.
Thank you.